YouTube, what's the deal? It's your boy Moves, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, the topic is how much is my monthly payment on my beautiful 2022 BMW M4 competition. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Moves, and I own MotivoMotoring.com, which this video is sponsored by the way. Sponsor myself. I sell carbon fiber parts for BMWs and other exterior modifications. And for me, I always was into cars. Like, that was my thing. Ever since I was a kid, all my toys were cars. All my video games were car games and stuff. So I always was like, yeah, one day when I grow up, I gotta get me something nice. And the first real nice car I had was a BMW M4 F82, which is the older version of this car. And I remember thinking to myself, when I was getting that car, it was kind of intimidating. I was like, dang, can I even afford this car? And I was just thinking like, okay, is this monthly payment going to be too much? I didn't know what to expect, kind of, especially because of how young I am. I'm 21 years old, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to release this video as a way to like kind of show people like you could get it done. It's more attainable than you think, and kind of, you know, help y'all be confident in your decision when you end up getting a car like this. So that's enough talking. Let's go straight into the video. Discuss how much is my monthly payment on this car. Hopefully my camera doesn't die. It's on like 6%, I think, so fingers crossed we'll be all right. Let's go. All right, y'all, so this is my 2022 BMW M4 competition. This is a supercar killer right here, as y'all probably seen in my other video, which I appreciate the support on. This car is a beast. This car makes about 780 wheel horsepower, 900 horsepower to the crankcase, and it is an absolute missile. I fell in love with the performance of this car when I started seeing what they were doing on like quarter mile, and just to people in general with simple mods. My car is stock, turbo stock, everything. It's a missile. And yeah, so for me, I came from an older M4. That first M4 I got was about 37 grand. It was a 2016 BMW M4, and my payment on that car was around, when I first financed it, I'll give you guys a couple tips as well, it was around $789, which was absurd. I was paying like 13% interest on it because that was the first car I financed, and my parents are foreigners, so I don't really have no credit and stuff like that, so I didn't have no cosigns, no nothing. I got it on my own, right? And it was a lot, but I already knew my game plan was to refinance. So that's what I ended up doing with that car. I dropped my payment down about, I think, $150, $200 or so, because I had a good amount down on that car. And I started looking at these. I started looking at this car, and I also was looking at the AMG GTS, which, if you're familiar with, is the Mercedes-Benz with the long hood. Those were the two cars that really stood out to me the most. And I started doing the numbers on these cars, and I realized like I can actually pull this off, you know what I'm saying? And so that brings me to the point where I am now. Like, when I start looking at cars and stuff, you know, flip through auto trader listings and YouTube videos and stuff, I feel like I gotta get the car. So luckily I ended up purchasing this car. I paid 74 grand for this car, plus taxes. It had about, I want to say 9,000 or 10,000 miles on it when I purchased it. This wasn't even that long ago. I think it was 10,000 miles. And I put 20% down on the car. I felt like 20% down was a reasonable amount to have on the car. I want to say it was like close to 20 grand. Like close to 20 grand. I don't remember the exact number, to be honest. But anyways, I ended up financing about 50,000 of this car or so. And I got a really good rate on this vehicle as well, actually. No cosigns, nothing of that nature. In today's time, you know, like, if you know anything about the economy right now, you know the interest rates are extremely high, and all the big banks are giving really high numbers. But I got my car through a credit union, and they gave me a 7.3 or 7.2% interest rate. I believe it's 7.2 actually. It was the second lowest interest rate that I got. I was shopping around with multiple banks, mainly credit unions, and they showed me the most love. So if you're looking to get a car right now and you're worried about the interest rates, 7% is low-key the best you're gonna get. I had tier 1 credit, which was for that bank specifically 750 and up. Built it up on my own obviously as well, which I'll have a video for you guys on as well. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a video on how to afford your dream car in your 20s, teens, so stay tuned for that. But my payment ended up being $942. Yeah, it's pretty steep. It's pretty steep. I was trying to keep in the 8s. I really wanted to see an 8 with my monthly payment number, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. $942 to drive a car like this. That is my monthly payment on this car. So every month on this car alone, $900 comes out of my account. Now, a lot of you guys might be thinking it's stupid, it's not a smart thing to do, it's a mistake. Do I think it's a mistake? No, I don't think it's a mistake. I think this is what I enjoy doing the most. I love cars. That's always been my thing. And this is something that keeps me motivated, keeps me focused, and keeps me working. I'm not struggling to pay this car. If I was struggling and having to like really slave to own this car, I'd be a little bit concerned with my purchase. But honestly, I've been pretty comfortable, thankfully, paying for this car, paying for the insurance, the gas, all the other expenses. So I feel like, man, if you could do it, why not do it? Even if it's not the logical thing and it's something that brings you happiness. You really can't put a price on your happiness, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and get that car. And it's something that keeps me working and motivated. For me, I feel like I can kind of get complacent. Before I bought this car, actually, in the old M4, I had a really good amount of money saved up to my name, to the point where I really didn't work as much as I probably should have and hustled. So this is something that'll keep you hustling. It's something that you kind of, I feel like it's tangible. Like, you're earning this money, you're making this money, but at the same time you're not spending it. You don't really feel the effects of it. And this is something that's like a stepping stone for me, and I kind of felt like it would be a good car to have on my channel to show everyone else that's in my age that you could get a car like this. And it's not anything that, you know, you gotta come from a rich background or your family has to have money. My parents don't got money. My parents are like regular people. And yeah, I got this car on my own, so I felt like, okay, I'll make a YouTube channel out of it. I ended up making a business out of it, motivomotoring.com. Check it out and support. If you need any carbon fiber parts, we got the diffuser from Motivo Motoring right there. Got some other stuff coming as well for the car, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, it's just something that'll keep me working and keep me hustling, because at the end of the day, like, I earned it, I feel like, and I should be able to enjoy it. And if I had to give you guys advice on the correct way to purchase a car like this, I actually made money on my old M4, by the way. I made 12 grand on that car. So if you buy your car right, it might be a dumb decision at first, but it's really like a savings account. You buy the right car, you're gonna save money on it. So my old M4, I paid 37 for. I ended up selling it for about 50 grand. So you can make money on these cars. It's just all about how you buy it. But if I had to give you guys advice on what to do, I'd definitely say check out your local credit unions. I apologize for the noise, by the way. This camera's not the best sometimes. Definitely check out your local credit unions. They'll give you better rates than your big banks like Chase, Bank of America, PNC. Those banks usually are going to give you a higher interest rate. Your credit unions are more willing to get your business, so they'll give you a more competitive rate. Definitely check out your credit unions before you even go purchase the car. If your heart is set on a specific vehicle, get some pre-approvals. If you're going to buy a car from a dealership, the dealership's interest is to get you a slightly higher interest rate to where they can take the difference between the interest rate and earn a commission on it. So have your pre-approval. Sometimes it might make sense to get financing from a dealership, but be flexible with what you got. And number 3 is definitely buy the right spec and the right deal. Now this car, for me, it's a really nice spec. It's black sapphire, which I think suits the body of this car very well with the white interior, as you can see right there. But One thing that I don't like on this car that I'm going to change out soon is the headlight. This car does not have the updated laser lights is what they call them, which is a better looking design to me, and I think it makes a huge difference on the front end. So I will be upgrading to those lights very soon. So stay tuned for that. So definitely buy the right car and the right spec at the right price. Don't overpay. Try not to get a car brand new, because usually when you buy one of these cars brand new, you're gonna take a big hit on depreciation. And on this car specifically, I am pretty sure I'm gonna lose money when it comes time to sell it, but I'm fine with that. It's not like the end of the world for me, because I'm hustling, and my other avenues to make money, I think, will make up for that loss. Like the business I just started, Motiva Motoring, check it out. High quality stuff. You know, you gotta support yourself. High quality stuff. We got the good carbon fiber parts, none of the cheap Alibaba, AliExpress, eBay quality stuff. Like, all of my stuff is good quality, so definitely check it out. And I make parts for whatever you want, whether it be a 3 Series, 4 Series, M car, shoot, X3, X5. We got stuff for everybody, so check me out. Yeah, so what was I saying? I'm gonna make up for it, you know. It's just gonna keep me working harder. It's gonna keep me focused, and it's like a reward to myself, because I don't club, I don't drink, I don't do anything. Like, I'm pretty boring. I just usually run my errands, work, do my thing. I go to college actually, so when I refer to like working, a lot of it's like studying and like my business ventures and stuff. But I have a video on how I can afford this car as well, coming soon. But that's all I really do. So, you know, I feel like I gotta at least have my commute be enjoyable, and I gotta at least have some fun with my cars. So that's what I'm about to be doing. Soon I'm either thinking of getting rid of this car in like a year or so, and upgrading, or potentially getting another car for the channel. So we'll see. Actually, probably around summertime, I'm thinking. If I were to get another car for the channel, it'll be around summertime, which is in like 4 or 5 months. So definitely subscribe and stay tuned. And yeah, $900 a month. Do you guys think I'm stupid for that? Let me know in the comment section below. Give me your feedback and your opinions on my decision. And yeah, another reason why you guys would want to finance a car like this, or a car in general, is you want your credit history to reflect. You want to have good credit history, so when it comes time to purchase a house, if you're a younger person like me, or a lot of older people actually don't even have houses, if you want to purchase a house, you need credit history. You can have a really high credit score with no history, and they'll still not give you that house. So a car is actually a solid way to build your history. And you know, that's what I'm working on. Soon I'm gonna have my goal is to have a couple real estate properties, and that's something I'm working towards, either when I graduate or during college. So having that history of me paying all my cars consistently, never missing a payment in my life, is gonna make that whole ordeal much easier. So just having your car financed, if you do it the right way, can set you up to make bigger moves and set your credit up right. And that's something that I would definitely advise you guys to consider when it comes to, you know, life in general, is having good credit. I think it's crucial to have good credit, because there's no reason for you to have to overpay on things just because you don't have certain history with your credit or certain requirements met, you know what I'm saying? But if the economy gets better and the rates drop more, I think I'll probably end up refinancing this car, and instead of paying the 7%, I could probably get it down to like a 2%, 3%, depending on how the economy is. Like 2021, for example, you used to be able to get a car like this, that's pretty new as well, for about a 2% interest rate, 3%. I see it all the time, but now unfortunately that is not the case, and 7% is pretty much the best you can get. So that's something to definitely think about in the future. And if the car's price is right and your credit's like super high, I think the best thing or not credit super high, your credit's low and you're getting a high interest rate, I think it might still not hurt to get the car, depending on how good of a deal it is. Don't let it discourage you. And if you feel like it's something you can afford and you're not too concerned with, I would definitely advise you to man, go ahead and do it, and spend that money, because it might not be the logical thing to do, but you only live once. And before I forget, guys, stay tuned to the channel for the mods we got coming for this beautiful BMW M4. I'm taking it up a notch. We're gonna be putting the Motivo motoring parts on it, sauce it up real nice, and then we also got some wheels coming for the car that I think you guys will like a lot. So yeah, man, go ahead and drop me a comment, tell me what y'all think I should do mod wise to the car, and we're gonna go ahead and get that done. And at the same time, we're gonna be upgrading it with the Motivo motoring parts. I think that grill got to get changed out. That's definitely got to be one of the mods we do. The inserts right there got to get switched up. You know, we got stuff planned. Thinking we could probably do something with the side, and the rear we already got that diffuser as well, so I think we got to sauce it up just a little bit more, you know, just to have that car looking a little bit more unique and up to par, if you get what I'm saying. So hey, before our video ends, I wanted to tell you guys, if you guys want a video of how to identify a good deal when it comes to just buying your first sports car or a dream car in general, let me know, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a video on that, so I can kind of help you guys identify good deals in the market. Obviously, completely free. I'm not gonna be sitting here trying to charge y'all for videos like these. And I'll also talk about how I was able to sell my old M4, my 2016 one, for 50 grand. And the key things I look for when it comes to purchasing a car, I kind of disclosed it a little bit in this video, but I didn't really go into too much detail about it. So yeah, go ahead and drop me the comments. Let me know what y'all want to see. We're gonna get it done. Very soon I'm gonna be dropping a video on how I was able to afford this car and what specifically I did to put me in the position to buy a car like this. And then I'm gonna also make another video on how you could put yourself in a position to buy a car like this, the steps you need to take, and what to kind of look out for. Because I think one of the most asked questions I get is, how did you get your M4, or how can I get an M4? Or, you know, it doesn't even have to be an M4. It could be any other car that you want. That's like your dream car. So this is first-hand experience. You know, this is how I was able to get my car, and the things I kind of learned through the process. And if I'm able to get a car like this, I think anyone is able to get one, because I didn't have any unfair advantages when it came to, you know, purchasing these cars. And I'm not even really like fully working, if that makes sense. Like, I am, but at the same time I'm in college. So even if you're in college, you could make like things like this happen, as long as you're able to make smart decisions and put yourself in a position to be able to do so. Because as much as I love cars, I think a car is no good if it sets you back from your long-term goals. So you gotta always keep that in mind when it comes to just purchasing cars in general and spending money. If it's something that's gonna set you back from your goals, then you should delay it. But if it's something that you want to do and you feel like you're going to be able to do it no problem and not really screw yourself over, then all props to you. You go ahead and get that car. But yeah, that's enough. That's enough of me talking. I appreciate you guys for all your support. Thank you for 1,000 subs. Thank you for other videos at 150,000 views, I think, or 160 or so in a week, which is amazing, because that's like my 5th video I've ever recorded, which just doesn't really happen that much on YouTube. I know so many people that have been grinding for years, dropping videos every single week, maybe 2 videos a week, and they haven't been getting views like that. So I feel like I'm extremely fortunate to be in a position like that, and I'm extremely grateful for it. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support, and check out motivomotoring.com. Sorry if I'm shoving it down your throat, but check it out, man. Check it out. I'm actually updating the website now, but within the next few days or so, I'll have it back open and available for you guys. So yeah, stay tuned.